switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Throwing is Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the Browns' 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
To throw on third down, Jackson. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
180! Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now the 4th-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Jackson down on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd and very short, Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
T.J. Carey right there in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
120. Check, 48's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Ravens 10, Browns 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mayfield now. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Check it back, check it back.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Alert, 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 alert.
A toss play to Chubb. And some room to roam now. Dashing through the snow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Let's go, let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson now steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To throw again on second down. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check three. Regular.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20.
Come on, fellas.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Oh, here we go. Oh, let's go.
From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
Mike,
48.
Here we go, D. Hey, we got a tight left. Pistol. Check. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Watch the safety creep.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's checking.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired. And
that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Switch.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the first down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert! 48 for Mike. Come on. You better bring it. Hey, Zoo.
They go play action. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They come out here in the eye. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Andrew Beck, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And when the smaller guy can't power to cross the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Ingram. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Foreman, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 44, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 47-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, 41 Mike, 41 Mike. I got you. Hey, Delta. 41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. I'm coming, baby, Woo! Real. 41 Mike, 41. Oh, you get on the head. Hey, Echo.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Here's Foreman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Foreman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom's